Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Harold Davis. Today we are going to talk about something that has the power to completely revolutionize your life, your health, and your prosperity. We are going to talk about breaking the habit of being you. Now I know that sounds a little strange. We spend our whole lives trying to find ourselves or be true to ourselves. But what if the self you are being true to is actually the very thing keeping you stuck? Inspired by the groundbreaking work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, we are going to explore a profound truth. Your personality creates your personal reality. Let me say that again because it is the foundation of everything we do here. Your personality creates your personal reality. And your personality is simply made up of how you think, how you act, and how you feel. If you want to change your reality, whether that means better health, more wealth, or deeper relationships, you cannot do it as the same person you were yesterday. You have to become someone else. You have to create a new mind and a new life. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact process of identifying the old neural circuits of your past self, dismantling them, and using mental rehearsal to build a new, empowered identity. Let's dive in. To understand how to change, we first have to understand why we stay the same. As a researcher and a holistic life coach, I've spent decades studying the intersection of human behavior, quantum physics, and neuroscience. Here is what the science tells us. By the time you are 35 years old, 95% of who you are is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, and hardwired attitudes that function like a computer program. You wake up, you check your phone, you think the same thoughts you thought yesterday, you feel the same emotions, stress, anxiety, frustration, and you perform the same routines. Because your thoughts and feelings are the same, your brain fires in the exact same sequences. As the saying in neuroscience goes, neurons that fire together, wire together. You are literally hardwiring your brain to replicate your past. And because your brain and body are living in the past, your future looks exactly like your yesterday. But here is the beautiful part, the part where quantum physics comes in. The quantum field is a field of infinite possibilities. It responds not to what we want, but to who we are. If you want to draw a new experience from the quantum field, you have to change your state of being. You have to break the habit of the old self. So how do we do this? The first step is to become conscious of your unconscious habits. You have to observe the old self. Think about it. What is the core emotion that drives your day? Is it guilt? Is it unworthiness? Is it anger or fear? You have to identify the emotion that you have memorized so well that it feels like your identity. In my years of coaching, and even in my own life, whether I was competing as a master's track athlete or analyzing complex systems in the tech world, I realized that the biggest obstacle to peak performance is the invisible emotional baggage we carry. You have to catch yourself in the act. When you start to feel that familiar anxiety creeping in, or when you hear that voice in your head saying, "I can't do this," or "I'm not smart enough," you have to stop and say, there is the old self. You must admit to yourself and to the higher intelligence within you that this is who you have been. You have to own it to release it. You say, "I have been living in fear and I am ready to let it go." By simply observing these thoughts and emotions without judgment, you begin to untangle the neural networks of the past. You are no longer the program, you are the consciousness observing the program. Once you have observed and interrupted the old self, you create space. Now you have to fill that space with a new identity. This is where the magic of mental rehearsal comes in. Mental rehearsal is not just daydreaming, it is a rigorous, focused practice of installing new neurological hardware in your brain. When you sit in meditation, you quiet the analytical mind. You move from the busy, stressed beta brainwave state into the calm, creative alpha or theta state. In this state, your brain is highly neuroplastic. It is ready to be molded. Close your eyes and ask yourself, who do I want to be when I open my eyes? Visualize your new self. How does this new person think? How do they walk? How do they make decisions? More importantly, how do they feel? You must combine a clear intention, a vision of your future, with an elevated emotion, joy, gratitude, love, freedom. You have to feel the emotion of your future before the experience happens. Your brain does not know the difference between an experience you are having in the external world and an experience you are creating internally by thought alone. When you mentally rehearse your new life with intense emotion, you are literally signaling new genes in new ways. You are physically changing your brain and body to look as if the future has already happened. The final step is surrender. You have done the work. You have dismantled the old self and rehearsed the new one. Now you must trust the quantum field. You cannot force the outcome. You cannot control how your new life will manifest. If you try to control it, you are back in the analytical mind, back in the old self. You must surrender your creation to a greater mind, trusting that it will organize your life in a way that is perfectly right for you. As I always say, we speak our lives into existence by the power of our words, thoughts, feelings, and actions. When you get up from your meditation, you must maintain that modified state of mind and body throughout your day. When the old triggers arise, and they will, you must remind yourself of who you are becoming. You redirect your energy back to gratitude, back to the vision of your future. Breaking the habit of being yourself is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice of choosing your future over your past. But I promise you, when you commit to this process, your life will change in ways you cannot even imagine. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to dive deeper into how to harness the science of the heart, mind, and quantum possibility to manifest your dreams, check out the links in the description below. Until next time, remember, you are the creator of your reality. Choose wisely. I'm Dr. Harold Davis. Be well.